Yeah, so far I've just been looking at the examples, and so far, sorry. My throat got really dry for some reason. Yeah, so far I've been looking at this example, and chat have been kindly explaining to me how things works. And the first thing you have to do is connect, and you have to authenticate. And once everything is done, you get the strings passed from the server, and you write strings to it. So the hard thing is like JavaScript is created by the devil. I'm not sure. The guy who created JavaScript is actually quite nice. I mean, he created over the weekend. Brennan Ike. He's really... Is the story in here, maybe? I think he created over like 2 weeks or something. Most developers, including you, hate JavaScript. Yeah, I know it's a common thing. But there are some really nice things about JavaScript too. For example, this string formatting thing is really nice. So yeah, so I'm just looking into what it would take to write the Twitch bot. You're currently working with JavaScript too. Okay. There was someone, I think... No, it was not in my chat. It was in another chat. They had been working with JavaScript since Internet Explorer was a thing. And Internet Explorer used to be like the most popular browser some many years ago. And the thing with Internet Explorer is that they did everything their own way. And I don't know my history, so I don't know where ECMAScript and JavaScript and everything became a standard thing, but it used to be that you had to write things in a certain way for IE and everything else. And the IE way was often broken and not following a standard. Lucky never had to work with IE and JS, I just had to work with IE and CSS. Yeah, right. I've heard there's a lot of things, and I think it's even still today that with Chrome and Firefox and Safari / WebKit, I think, yeah. So right now, exactly, I was going to say Safari is like the new IE, because on iPhones you can only use Safari, and Safari is broken, from what I gather. So yeah, Safari is the new IE that's broken, and you have to take that into consideration. I don't know a single person that uses Safari, but isn't Safari the only browser you can use on iPhone? Like, you can't install Firefox on an iPhone, right? You know too many, yeah. Maybe I'm wrong about that. iPhone web browser. Maybe you can install Firefox on an iPhone. I had no idea. Safari is the default browser on iPhone. Yeah, so long story short, my point with the IE thing was that I understand if people aren't too happy about JavaScript, because there are many ways in which it's broken, and you have to take it into consideration if you want it to work everywhere. So yeah, I understand why people hate it. Safari isn't supported for Windows anymore, so I can't check if my design runs in Safari correctly. And Locker never ever told me I have to. Yeah, that's... Sometimes you get lucky, I guess. Yeah, so... So there's a standard... Do you have that one? I didn't have WebSocket installed, okay. 7 packages, nice. So the absolute minimum bot, it would just be one that sends the password, the nick, on connect, and then responds to ping, right? That's the minimum I have to do. Yep, okay. So let's... So let's try to do that. Twitch bot. Then I need... So those are just registering callback functions then. It's because it looks like the same syntax as add event on the DOM. Add event, connection failed, and a callback function. So that's just callback functions. Okay, so this is nested. So when it's connected, it's running the callback function for the connection. And then it's registering a lot of new callback functions for error, close, and message. And message is the string we have to parse. The IRC message may contain one or more messages. Okay. That's fun. So we're just splitting on new lines. Then we're passing each line individually. Client connect, WebSocket, IRC, blah, blah, blah. Probably don't want my OAuth key inside this file. So JavaScript read. Reading from file system, that's a Node thing, right? Node read file from file system, JSON. Because I don't think the browser can read a file system. How to read and write JSON files in reading and writing JSON files in Node. A complete tutorial. This is complete, so they ought to have the answer I'm looking for. And I can't use the cursor. Wow, this page is awful. Require file system promise. Node FS. So file system. So this is the file system handler in Node. And it looks to be like any other POSIX style file handler. So that's awesome. FS open. Does it have a read line? Read file. Returns promise. Upon a successful read with the contents of the file, if no encoding is specified, the data is returned as a buffer object. Otherwise, data will be a string. Const file equals await open. For await. File read lines. They have to close the file after. See. Open with read permissions. If you want to read it, there's a nicer way. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of if I'm going to work with keys, I better put them in a